Hey guys, and welcome to another Minecraft update video. Today is episode 6 of our update series, and I'll show you what I have been doing. Ignore that right now. Well, actually, just ignore that. That was a failed redstone attempt. But anyways, I'm just going to show you what I did and what we're going to be working on today. So, as you see, we still have this area complete. I added this. I don't believe I showed you this yet. And, yeah. Also added a little well. Finished the pathways, and this area is pretty much complete. Maybe a little bit more stuff we can do, but that'll come to mind later. Now here is just a little tiny dock area. I'm looking to see a larger dock somewhere else, but right here we can have a boat or two, and we can set sail. And I need to rearrange this. I put that without thinking that the river's here, so we have to rearrange this in some way, but I'll do that another time. So yep, this house is just a little open area, as well as this. This is kind of like a gazebo. Come up here, well, this part is. That's the gazebo. Then you come here and sit down and do whatever you want. Okay? And you got the pathways, you got this bridge. Added some more vines. Just let me get rid of that boat. Added some vines, makes it look much better. Right here we have a little, I want to call this part the blacksmith, but it's like the blacksmith's house and everything. So we have these ongoing furnaces, and this is cool because you can only get them with world edits. So if I go to furnace, there's 62 and 61. I believe 61 is the automatically burning one. So this creates really good effects, and I like it a lot. So yeah, you have some not going and some going. You have an anvil that's damaged. You have a pot, a workbench right here. I should add an actual workbench. But yeah, and then we could decorate this house later as well as the other houses, but that's basically it. So, let me go show you something else that we're going to be working on a house here today and see how this turns out. I don't know how that will turn out completely, but we'll figure it out. So that will be our main project. And right here, this is going to be the king's castle or something. It's directly in the center, right here. Center is right there, I believe. Yeah, right here. And then hopefully I want to bring it back to around here, maybe more. We might have to move this back, and I can easily do that with world edit. So yeah, and I really like these little tiny structures here. It's really cool. Just do I did a 3x3 and then did some designs on the outside. And that's how it turned out, and I really like how these still show part of the wood in the background. All those colors go really well together. That's why I really like cobblestone and the stone brick and wood all together makes the builds look much better, especially with the texture pack that we are using. So yep, this is our little area here, and let's start working on this house. So I'll be right back after I figure out what we're going to be doing. Alright, usually when I'm ever building a house or just something like this, I'll start off, I always want odd number spacings, and then it'll always come up to be 5 or 3 or 7 or 9, just somewhere around those numbers. So this is how it turned out for me. So I like put a wood block here, wood block here, or way back here, and then I didn't just want it to be one rectangle, so I extended it out a little bit and then extended it out more, and I think that looks pretty cool. How this is 2, I don't know about that. I might extend it out, actually. So that's how that'll work. Easy, simple fix. Boom. And we can just get rid of this. But what I usually do is start off with the roof. Sometimes I'll start off with these spacings here, but I think we're going to start off with the roof this time. So, yeah. Let me just get all this wood up. And see, when you just fill in these spacings, you have this all blank. So that's kind of why I put these corners right here. This, try to make as much things pop out as possible. So what did I do here? Yeah. See how I did that? Kind of gives the house like support. I don't know, something like that. Like right here, I probably should just go like this and put a half slab, a stone half slab. Which I probably do. See, that's part of the touch-up. But I'll be right back after I get part of the roof done again. Alright, I got the materials I want, and I was still thinking about the roof. That's why I got out of there. But I like doing this. The colors go really well, and I like this style of roof. Sometimes I'll go, you know, stair, stair, then a block, then a stair, then a stair, then a half slab, or sometimes I'll go stair block instead of stair, stair. So right here, we're probably gonna go. I like that one a lot. That really doesn't swoop in. It's kind of gradual, then goes in. I like that. Yeah, we're gonna do that one, that kind of roof here, and see how that turns out. I think it'll be definitely shorter than that. So no, actually, we'll have to do that one since this is only 5 wide and that one's 7 wide. So yeah, let's do that. And what I usually do, or what I always do, is go over here and I don't worry about this. I just completely ignore that. Ignore that I'll have to put a roof facing this way as well. And we're probably going to add a tower or something to this house. Let's see how it turns out. Placing stairs are very difficult. Sometimes you can put dirt blocks or something just to support. It'll make it much easier. So right here. Or you could just simply do world edit, but I honestly think just placing it won't take much of your time. And boom. Okay? Now we got that. We're gonna want this all wood. We're gonna put in the dark wood later. Whoops. Now let's just finish the overall shape. Take a wood block. Go up one. Don't misplace it. And then put another wood block, and then you're going to want to put, that's just for support, stair, and another stair, and then a half slab on top. But of course this will be a full block, I believe. Or no, yes. We go, how does this work? We went like this, we got the stair, then yeah, that'll work. Okay. What we do is put the upside down stairs to give it a nice rounded shape. Like so. Then put a full block on top. Then give it this little peak here. And you could go one more, which looks fine. You could put a half slab or a full block, but I like stopping it there. And then it's gonna end up being the spruce slabs, so you can continue that out to around here. And now what we're gonna do is continue this, ignore these rounded shapes until we get to here again. Then we'll just copy that without the little thing on the end. We'll copy that here, but right here we're not gonna put the rounded shape, and it's all gonna be with spruce. So that's how we're gonna do it. So I'll be right back after I finish this roof. Okay, the roof is complete. Remember, don't worry about these open spaces here. And I'm talking like it's a tutorial, just because some people might watch these videos later on, maybe look at the title and want to copy what I'm building. So yeah, this is how the roof is going to look. No ending piece on this. If you really want to, I guess you can, but I think it just looks better like this. You can choose either side. Okay? Now for this roof. Same thing that we're going to do is just put the stairs, ignore this area, and ignore how it's going to turn out there, because everything should mean up nicely, and if it doesn't, we can solve that easily. And this how it's 2, that might screw us over. That might. I doubt it though. But let's just take our chances, why not? Okay? And now we're going to do another full block. Of course, this will be, we'll have to put a corner stair. The way to do that is just look right in the corner, and it'll all match up nicely. Right here, you can do the same. Well, you can. And well, that'll be fine, with just a full block. So, yeah, let's do that. Continue this with our, we gotta continue with the same look that we're going here, otherwise it'll look very weird. Stair. Or no, full block. Full blocks all along. I just want to show you guys, I won't cut here, because I want to show you guys how it's going to look. Oh. This is supposed to be a full block as well. And we could get rid of this, but we're probably not going to have an attic in this area, so this could probably stay here. even though we're not going to see it. It won't be visible, so we won't have to get rid of it, so it won't look ugly. And if it is, then we can get rid of it easily. Now, stairs all around. Don't misplace. I already did that side. Add the stair, and then add another stair, and then continue with the block. We're going to put the block on this side then, because you can't put it on that side, and just half slabs all the way around. So, well, I'm going to cut here, because I keep on misplacing, so I'll be right back. Okay, just for the sake of not looking weird, we're going to get rid of this, and just continue this dark wood look. I guess we don't have to do that, and I think I actually meant to make this dark wood, I just forgot that it has to be like that. So, yep, we're just going to continue with the dark wood. We're still going to keep this piece here. Dark wood, stairs, plank, and then it should match up nicely. So, this stair, due to this stair being here, it should just go, yep, alright, it'll just make the corner even though the stair is different. Then right here, get rid of that stair, go right in the corner, and it'll match up perfectly. That's how it's a very, very nice blend. I really like how Mojang, they added the corner stairs. Looks really nice and helps out a lot. If you were in the Xbox version, you would put a full block. Not a terrible look at all. That still makes an awesome transition, but right here is definitely the best way to go. Then we put another block and continue with half slabs, and again, meets up very, very nicely. Okay? Then we continue with our full block, upside down stair, turn around, and regular stair. Okay, round this off again, like so, and that roof is done. Okay, now you could be fine with just a house like this. Should we continue this this roof going this way, we can. I might try and put, I don't think I can fit a tower in there, but it will look weird. So let's just do it with this roof and see how it turns out. So, I'll be right back. Yes, I think that will do. We can add a tower in here later on, but I don't think I'm going to do it this episode because adding towers or just some kind of chimney does take a while because you really have to fit it in there nicely without ruining the nice transition of the stairs turning. So, yeah, I'll save that for another update video. But yeah, there's our little roof, and let's work on the sides right now. So right here, we're just going to cover this up, even though it went down. You could keep it like that, it wouldn't make a much big of a difference, wouldn't at all, actually. Right over here, I believe we had one. Forgot to get rid of that. And just cover that up nicely. So, the door, sometimes I don't like going straight in the front, even though I did right there, and right there. But, you know, you can always have these little side doors, or side whatever, or back doors, right here, and the blacksmith, I believe. Yeah, we have a little side door. You know, this is the front, but you have a side door right there, and there. And I think these doors look much better than having it straight on. So, what we're gonna do, you can either put it right here, or here, and I think we're gonna go right here. So let's continue this with stair. Let's get rid of that and get our regular stone materials, like so. And door, D-O-R, door. I really like having too many items. If you're building in Creative World, Minecraft, definitely get this and World Edit. That'll help you a bunch. So let me figure out a side pattern, and I'll show you once I finish a little side of this. Okay, the best way I usually do these 3v3 or 3x3, is just put little 2 towers or 2 row columns of just stone brick, and you know, put some mossy or this in there, and put a stair, and then a window. And you could do this. Some people like that better, and that one does look a little bit looks pretty good, but I like that. So yeah, I tried different kinds of styles in here, but they look too much. Not too much. Like, it looked like that, but shrunk down. And imagine all of that shrunk down, so it looked like it was way too busy. So yeah, right here we can get a little bit crazy. We'll probably copy that style. Yeah, we probably will. Maybe not. So that style was like this, I believe. I'm looking over there like I'm trying to remember. And then put this here, stone, or wood, and then like so. So yeah, we could do this. We'll just keep this here for now. See if it grows on us. That looks fine. And these right here, you could just fill them in with stone. That's what I usually do. Now for the roof. What we do here is we obviously don't want it open, and we obviously don't want it all to be wood or all to be planks. But what we're going to do is continue our support beams upwards, then go in odd numbers, have space here, and go all the way up. I like doing this. And then I usually take a stair, but actually we don't have to because this one's shorter, so we could just do this. Fence, and I know that one's not connecting, but you're not going to see that. And like that, and that gives it a very nice look. Of course, it does look plain, and it does look like something there. We'll have to fix that. But yeah, we'll definitely add corner stuff, and I'll play around with this. I'll try and get a different style going. Actually, we could just go like this, and then, or what I like to do sometimes is go like this. Come here. And then get rid of all these blocks, extra blocks that we don't need. Here. And it's a lot of extra blocks. We could do that. And then what we do, see it may look a little too bright. We easily just take a button, a wooden button, now that they have those, and fill that in, and that gives a nice look. So we'll do that for all of these. And what we can do with the corners, I say we just do this. Half slab, half slab, half slab, half slab, half slab. What am I doing? Hold on. Or no, I was right. Here, 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 here. And we could just do that. I think that'll look good. I might mess with that a little bit more, but that's going to be our corners, and I'm just going to finish up the sides and figure out something for that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I believe we have a nice look here. I changed that up by putting two wood logs going down. Same here, two, and then the one here and the one there. So yeah, that's how it's looking. I need to fix up these right here. Still give it that rounded look. There. Okay. And now what we're going to do is dress it up a little bit with some nice leaves. And of course, with leaves, you could go like this and that'll look fine, I guess. But right here, yeah, you might just want one. Right here, you can do whatever you want. You can add 3, you can add 4, in just different places. Here, you can't do much because you'll see it floating. You could go like that, but since I have limited room, that's as much as I'm getting. Alright, right here, we might be able to get crazy. No, we're not going to be able to get crazy. What did I just break? Alright, leaf. And doing this with leaves and bone meal and stuff like that, it really does help. Like, if you guys have houses in Xbox, now I see a bunch of Xbox Worlds from people, and the houses are terrible. And to make your terrible houses look a little bit better, it's, you know, add trees, add a little pond area. Like, as you can see over here, I have leaves coming down. You know, it really doesn't make sense because these are blocks and they're just coming out of there. But, you know, you have to use your imagination when it comes to stuff like that. You know, add some water flows, put some lily pads in the water. Don't just put water, put lily pads. don't just have blank grass, don't just have a flat land, add some hills, add some vines, add some buttons, add some more stairs, you know, give it some depth and some, you know, nice, do, when it comes to pathways, since this texture pack does this, it really makes it look really good. But if you really wanted to, you can go in your video set, well, you don't have to do this. Let's say you're in your regular texture pack. You have, where's the mossy? You have this, and then you have the mossy. I can't find the mossy, right here. And, you know, you could just make a simple path like this. Let's say it's right here. Fill it all in with, you know, your stone brick. And then, you know, it doesn't have to be just stone brick. It doesn't just have, you can put gravel, and that'll look pretty cool. And, you know, put some different stuff in there. And that makes it look pretty cool. Of course, don't do too much. Don't get too crazy. You know, specs like that. And that makes a nice, a very nice pathway. Of course, right here, because due to the texture pack, it's going to look terrible. So, yeah, that's why with this texture pack, it looks much better. So John Smith is definitely my favorite texture pack I've ever found. And this is a modified John Smith, so I can get this pathway going. Maybe, I think it is. But remember, just add your vines. Right here, you know, it may look blank. Right here, boom. It'll grow down to there, and you'll have there. Boom. It doesn't look as blank. I stutter a lot in Minecraft videos because, you know, you're doing stuff and talking at the same time. So don't add too many vines. Don't just go vine, 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 because then it'll just look terrible. Terrible. Of course, I just added a bunch of vines there. Add one here, and one more there. No, I don't want to add one. What else do we need? We need bone meal, but of course we're gonna end up putting a pathway here, so let's get that started. And if you are using this texture pack, a nice way to make it so you know, you don't get that ugly look. All you have to do is go find your stone slabs, and that's as good as you can get, but really you don't notice it as much. And that's how you do that. And let's just do the same right here. Okay, and then that'll go down. I don't know how this river is gonna go now. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of trouble with the river. We'll probably have to make the river go along this way then. Go around, come over here, and go back. Now see, this doesn't look good because of the texture. Well, actually, that could be a nice pathway, but I still would just prefer that alone, because it's always different every block that you place. So, let's just finish up the path a little bit here. I don't know how long this video is going on, so it might be a long render, but oh well. And you can add a few leaves, like so. Make it hang down, and it could come down to here. And you can have add a little bit of vines too if you like, but I'm not. Bone meal it up. Make it look nice and flowery, if that's the correct word. And your house is now complete. See, we just went from those little stands there into something like this. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, like the video, comment down below on what you think I should add to this house or just the whole world in general. And, you know, comment down below on what do you think about this house and what do you know, I think I just repeated myself. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you check out the Black Ops video before this one.